the military. That soldiers came to my house on 6th of June 2021. This happened at about 2 a.m. And it's then that I came back on that same day from Abuja. So for a very crucial meeting with stakeholders in Nnamdi on a very compelling situation. Then I never knew they were planning to invade my house. So I will quickly look at it. I'll see oblige you the copies of the case. But court look at this. This from the fulcrum or foundation for which the government was delivered. So coupled with evidence of the eyewitness. This is when they were coming. Around them. DSS, this military, the soldiers, and the police. See them, you can see them.
Can you zoom to the places?
We are trying to find kind of a convenient place to enter my compound. This is outside my gate. It's outside my gate. That's outside. I'm about to enter. Sorry for taking your time. It's very important. I'm still coming. Your number, taking positions. I don't want it to fast forward so I can get the entire stage, the clear picture of what happened. Now they're taking their positions around in and around outside my compound. So now they are the gate. This is my gate. So unknown to them, this man that discovered the camera by down my gate. See them? See them? I was in my room. So they discovered that there's a camera there. So you not give instructions to somebody to break one of the cameras. Watch that. It's also contained in the judgment of the court. So you're not giving, you're asking him to pull that out of the camera, which is actually there. So the clan has been brought down. That one.
No, the clan.
Gunshot. No. They are shooting outside the compound now. They have not. They are trying to get an entrance. So now, these are my words. They've now been, because of the gunshot outside the compound. This is their house. This is my guest out there. So they are kind of being cautious of what's happening outside the compound. So one of them will not scare. See the person scaring from the fence. See the person. Now coming in, you break all that cable and coming from that place. You can see the person. This is my gardener. They are all awake. At this point in time, the dogs here, they might be all of them. So he has come in. The guys finally get in front. You open this gate now for everyone to come in. He's opening the gate for the people to come in. Now the gate is open. You can see them coming in. You can see them. In their numbers. See your No, this is my pet. Main dog is house is at the back. You can see how peaceful my environment. You can see. This is my driver. You can see the numbers. Did you see any form of resistance here?
No.
Thank you. Can see them. So SSS is telling you that these were not security, are not their personnel. And police are telling you that these were not for their personnel. And soldiers are telling us in court that these are not personnel. Thankfully, God has made a findings on it's here. So at this point in time, Others have gone inside to kill my PA. Yes. They'll come with the live body now. So see. They got inside to kill my PA. They killed him right inside this house. Inside this house. They killed him right inside this house. Just be watching. You see when they brought out his live body. What's going on? What to see? These are all most of them are all SS officials. Personnel. In a peaceful moment of life. Thankfully, didn't see anybody with anything. Fight peaceful home. Pay attention. I mean, I was in the room upstairs in the main building. Yeah. Pay attention at this point in time. They are killing this guy now. They will soon come out with a dead body. Just watch, pay attention. So this is a very important part. So we can go into wrong with that. Okay. Pay attention. Sorry for taking your time, please. Let's see. They killed him. He was somewhere. You'll see him. You'll not even let it out. Social taxi. It looks like they're not getting out. See all of them. Many of them are still outside the compound though. But they also abducted my junior elder brother who was released shortly after the death. You can see the soldier, have you? And almost done. This thing happened to them in the morning. They're done. So pay attention now. Pay attention. Pay attention. At this point in time, just pay attention. coming out now. You see them drag the dead body of the guy. First of all, they're coming out with my. Watch. This is my steward, the one that's taken us now. I'm the driver. So, see them dragging the dead body now. See the dead body now of my pig, they killed him. This person they killed. That's it, the dead person, they killed him. They killed him right inside this house. And now, they will collect this my car, this car right here. This is my car. They collect the car key from my driver to come and drive this car. And it's in this car they dump the dead body of this, live body of this my people. I went somewhere and burnt it. You see it, Sam. Don't worry, see what can happen. So they're coming to drag the car now. Drag the car away.
Okay, don't pull it out.
Yeah, okay. I've got the key from driver.
Are you in?
At this point in time, they've arrested my other body at the back of the compound. And they have the keys because for of time, we may most likely circumvent that. But I'll show you where this car was burnt. So it's important for you to see that one. Then you can watch the rest from it. So this is the dead body. Inside the car. Other people disappear from their side. Sequel to the murderous invasion, I promptly wrote to all the head of security agencies, including the SSS, but all the head of security agencies involved to formally request for thorough investigation of the dastardly act, which was ostensibly targeted at terminating my life for the sheer act of robbery. But unfortunately, despite receiving the aforesaid letter of complaint, the head of the Nigerian Police Force, the DSS, and the Nigerian Army, whose personnel this heinous crime, never investigated the bloody the bold allegations contained in the aforesaid letter. Neither did they identify their personnel involved in the barbaric act for deserving punishment. Also, during the dependency of this case in court, the search for the whereabouts of my adopted domestic staff during the murderous invasion yielded positive results. Our impeccable findings reveal that my adopted domestic staff are being detained at the facility of the SS National Headquarters here at Abuja. To date. Armed with this information, I demanded for their immediate and unconditional release, which is not stop attacking the director of the SS. But I personally approached the the appropriate department to request for their release. Unfortunately, the effort still did not yet desired result. As it stands now, DSS can no longer continue to deny telling the innocent civilians abducted from my ancestral home. This is now crystal clear and can no longer be contested. Because let me add this to my statement. One of my domestic staff, who are currently being detained at the SSS headquarters, made a personal contact with my client, currently held in their facility, and told him to ask me to let me know that I've been detained there. And this information has been supplied to DSS. But as I speak to you, they are still denying holding them. The age-long saying that the Daniel has come to judgment was aptly demonstrated on the 2nd day of July 2022, when his lordship, Honorable Justice H.A. Ejiofor of Court Number 1, Federal High Court, Oka, delivered a landmark judgment in the fundamental rights suit number FSC Oka CS/56/2021 between Mr. Ifeanyi Ejiofor, my humble self, then Nigerian Police First Respondent, the Inspector General of Police, State Security Services, Director General of SSS, Nigerian Civil Defense Corps, Nigerian Army, the Chief Army Staff, and Chukwu Kachizoram of Ebo, aka Genesis. The judgment is here. I will also avail of the soft copies and also the hard copy of the judgment, which is more decisive than even the judgment I'm talking about. For the purpose of emphasis and clarity, we wish to respectfully reproduce declarations and orders constituting the judgment of his lordship as follows. To wit, 1. In the context of this declaration, I would like you to appreciate that when I refer to first respondent, second, third, fourth, fifth, and seventh, it means the Nigerian Police, the Nigerian DSS, then and also the Nigerian Army. So, the declaration is made by the court that the brutal and violent invasion of my premises, that's the applicant, President Simon Happy Victoria, the Lagos Government of Anambra on the 6th day of June 2021 at about 2:30 a.m. by the first respondent in this context, the police, the SSS, the Army, and the one who can of people, and their agent by shooting sporadically and indiscriminately into my home, that's the applicant home, which could have killed the applicant, and which ultimately resulted in the killing of the applicant personal assistant, that's my PA, and abduction of my domestic staff is oppressive, and the gross violation of the applicant's right to life, that's my right, right of man person, fair hearing, right to private and family life, and peaceful assembly and association, guaranteed by 1999 Constitution of the Federal Rule of Nigeria as amended to 211, and African Charter of Human and People's Rights, Constitution and Enforcement Act Cap 10, Law of President of Nigeria 1992. These are orders made by court. The declaration is made and the taking away and subsequent burning of my applicant right to enter Camry car, which is my car, with decision number YAB60CB, together with the dead body of Mr. Samuel Okoro, that's my PA, and other vital documents available there on the 6th of June 2021 is illegal, oppressive, unlawful, and amount to gross violation of my fundamental right to property guaranteed by 1999 Constitution of the Federal Government of Nigeria as amended to 11, and African Charter of Human and People's Rights, Ratification and Enforcement Act Captain LFN 1991. 3. Another of potential injunction is made by court, destroying the first like the police, the SSS, the military, and also the one Chukwuka, their agent previous, and also called for further harassing, intimidating, threatening, or taking further steps in an attempt to terminate my life, the African life, or destroying my properties, African properties. 4. Another of potential injunction is made by court, destroying the first like the police, the SSS, and the military, and the respondent, their agent previous, and also called for further harassing, intimidating, threatening to illegally arrest and torture the applicant. That's me. The 5th order. Another is made directing the first like the police, the SSS, the military, and the respondent. Join me to forthwith compensate the applicant, that is me, for destroying Toyota Camry car with the number YAB in the sum of 5 million naira, being the value of the possession. Because I attached the receipt of possession of that Camry I don't hear of matter. Number 6. Another is made by court, directing the first like the police, the second, third, fourth, sixth, and seventh, that's police, the military, and SSS, and 8 respondents to tender unreserved apology to the applicant, that's me, in 2 national days at the of court. Then number 7, the sum of 100 million naira only is awarded to me, that's the applicant, against the Nigerian police, against the SSS, against the Nigerian military, and the 8 respondents, jointly and severally, as general and exemplary damages on compensation for applicant's violation of his fundamental right. Then 8, the sum of 2 million naira only awarded to me against the police, also against the police, against the military, against the SSS, and the 8 respondents, jointly and severally as cause for filing and prosecuting the suit. This is the judgment of the court. Then the final order. An order is made by the court, directing the first, that is Nigerian police, and also the IG, and also the SSS and the DGSSS, and the Chief Army Staff and the Army Staff, Nigerian Army, and the 8 respondents, to identify all those officers you have seen here, to identify them, who participated in carrying out this dastardly act, and must be sanctioned or punished accordingly. That is the order of court. So for a better appreciation of the gravity of the heinous activities of these murderers, parading as security agents who have sold their conscience to the devil, it is compelling to reproduce the extract from the judgment of his lordship of his findings, which is contained on page 32 of the judgment of the erudite jurist of the judgment, The elder Jew that the judge stated as follows, and I quote, in the language of the court, I'm quoting the findings of the court, the way the court said it. And please, I will create a to pay attention to this. The court said, and I quote, before I conclude, I wish to state that after watching the sitting camera footage, which I believe should be the mode all of you are into now, is with A, which is with A. I ran out of words to express my feelings to what I saw. I couldn't believe what I saw was done by human beings like us and the African. In the first place, there was nothing shown why the African house was invaded. Even if he had committed murder, the respondents went too far by taking the law into their hands. The African or the occupants of the house and the neighbors on 6th day of June 2021 were traumatized psychologically, mentally, socially, and otherwise. Again, the PA lost his life out of overzealous officers are, who to my mind are not human beings. They are not supposed to be in the service and be given responsibilities. They deserve to the person in private place. No amount of compensation can bring him back to life. The loss or injury suffered cannot be healed forever. It is really very sad and unfortunate. This should be brought to book. And I close. That was John close. That's the language of the court. The condemnation the court of giving to this purpose in his findings. We cannot agree less. The trauma will unarguably live with us and the members of our entire family, including those of my PAs, my son PA, and our brother staff for the rest of our lives. The CCTV footage, which you have just watched, is explicit and compelling. It is interesting to observe that the motive behind this bloody onslaught on my home is clearly to quietly terminate my life with those of anyone seen in my house, and thereafter carefully cover up every traces that will implicate the perpetrators. Otherwise, how would they destroy the camera at my entrance gate? Why would they murder someone in his sleep? A person who never resisted arrest, as you can see in the footage, and proceed to set his court ablaze, principally to cover up any trace. This happened in Nigeria of the 21st century. Nobody is asking questions. No one has taken action. But it is clear at this point in time that the spirit of late Samuel Okolo, my PA, will continue to harm every person who directly or indirectly participated in the murderous attack in my home. Our findings have seen disclosed that one AIG, Jonathan, who is still serving today as AIG in the Nigerian Police Force, was directly involved in the planning and execution of this act in my peaceful home. He was actively involved. I can confirm to the world. And police refused to. I've called him out severally, and police refused to investigate him. If at all they are finding Nicholas to what happened in my house, they pretend to know what happened in my house. He commanded the entire operation from the comfort of his office in Abuja. Hence, we hereby challenge the Nigerian Police Force to investigate AIG Jonathan, relevant telephone calls and messages between the 5th and 7th of June 2021. When that is done, I can tell you that they will confirm is the one that commanded of that operation. He commanded it. He sent them after my life. Thank you. Secondly, what are my domestic staff doing the facility of SSS since June 2021 to date? Why have they refused to release the innocent staff? Is it to prevent them from narrating firsthand what they witnessed during the murderous attack in my home, or the ordeal they have suffered in the hands of these monsters? The identities of these monsters are known. They are known, and they must be fished out for appropriate punishment. My professional services to the leader of IPB and IPB, who have been persecuted by the Nigerian government for merely exercising their rights to self-determination, essentially provided for under our laws and relevant international covenant and instruments. Nevertheless, we seize this million to call on the President of the Federal Government of Nigeria, retired General Muhammad Buhari, and the President of the Federation, to prevail on the Director of SSS to immediately and unconditionally release my domestic staff, still being held illegally in their facility since June 6, 2021 to date, and consequently ensure immediate compliance with all the terms of the judgment already served on them. I will give you copies of the judgment served on them for you. There must be an end to recklessness of the overzealous security agents. There must be an end. As you are all aware, also, the United Nations Working Group recently issued a communication directing the Nigerian government to immediately and unconditionally release Nnamdi, the leader of IPOB, who has been held in solitary confinement in the facility of SSS since 26th of July 2021. It is to be noted, therefore, that this communication has been served on the federal government of Nigeria, and their compliance is set to be expected, and they must comply. In conclusion, this is the agenda of the press. We will certainly invite the United Nations, European Union, the government of the United States of America, United Kingdom, and other foreign governments and others international, who are all received of our correspondences in respect to the foregoing subject, to prevail on the Nigerian government to ensure immediate compliance, obedience to the judgment of the Court of Competent Jurisdiction delivered in this case, as well as the immediate implementation of the United Nations Working Group communication directing for the unconditional release of Nnamdi. There must be an end to executive personality and lawlessness. Finally, I will not end this statement without commending his lordship for the elder judgment. He has restored our belief that the cause remains the last hope of the common man. We thank the Most High God for granting his lordship a discerning mind and the courage to join truth and justice, no matter whose cause is God. All glory, honor, adoration, and praise will be given to the holy name. Amen. Thank you all for being here, and God bless you. Sorry, there was not any form of resistance whatsoever. They went there in the sleep, killed him, brought out his lighted body. Too early in the morning. Nobody resisted that. You saw it, I said. We have some of the Director of He was sacked yesterday. We have some of the police, we have some of the military, and we have taken steps to some of the UK and United States this month, and also United Nations. Because they are following up on this.